Kelly, and today is another installation to the In-Depth Bookshelf Tour. I have so many videos of this already, and there's just so much more. This video I'm going to do the books that are on the shelf below this one. I don't know if you can see that one, but that's the one I'm doing. It's got Harry Potter on it and a few other ones. It's not going to take very long because there's not very many, so let's go ahead and jump into it. Alright, the first book that I'm going to talk about is this one. There's a hair on me. Get off me. Is this one. Is Danielle Steel Journey. I have two other ones by over here by Danielle that I'm going to talk about after I talk about this one. These are so long. These front things are so long. Okay. Everyone in Washington knows Madeline and Jack Hunter. Maddie is an award-winning TV anchor woman. Jack is the head of her network and advisor to the president on media issues. Oh man. To the world, theirs is a storybook marriage. Two brilliant careers, a long-loving partnership, but behind the locked doors of their lush Georgetown home, a very different story emerges. For as Maddie's career soars, a bitter edge has crept into Jack's words. A pattern of subtle put-downs, control, and jealousy that Maddie has always tried to ignore and deny. For Maddie, there are no bruises, no scars, only the daggers of fear, humiliation, and isolation. Their effect is powerful as the gun, the knife, or the fist. The wounds is deep. Through hard work, long years, and with Jack's help, Maddie has become a role model and a star. It seems impossible to believe that a woman that the nation idolizes lives in degradation and fear. Only Maddie knows the terror in her heart. Her secrets are well kept, sometimes even from herself. Maddie's journey to healing begins when the president's wife offers an extraordinary opportunity, the chance to join her newly found Commission on Violence Against Women. There, Maddie hears chilling stories from terrified wives and girlfriends that sound eerily familiar. And there she comes to know Bill Alexander, a distinguished scholar and diplomat who also works on the commission. Bill suspects that something is terribly wrong in Maddie's marriage and begs her to open her eyes. And as Maddie slowly, painfully takes the first steps towards freedom, as she and Bill grow closer, a remarkable series of events begin to unfold. A stranger from Maddie's past suddenly reappears. White House headlines bring the nation to a standstill, and a devastating tragedy occurs, forcing Maddie to realize just how much she has lost and how much she has been taken from her. Her confidence, her trust, her self-respect. As she is faced with the most difficult choice of her life, Maddie's extraordinary journey comes to a close, and with it comes a strength she never knew she had, and a gift she could have accepted, a gift that and a gift she never could have expected, a gift that will change her life forever. The next one is this Diane Steel book. I think I have Diane. I keep saying Diane. Guys, yell at me if I keep saying Diane, because maybe I'll get it in my head. I think I have another Danielle somewhere. Yeah, there she is, down there. You would have seen that in a few videos ago. Number 5. Bookshelf tour number 5. I can link that below if you want to. I don't know when any of this is going up, so yeah. The next one is Danielle Steel, Vanished. It looks like that. I really like these covers. They're simple. But they're really cool. Okay. Continued on back flap. God, all of these are continued on the back flap. In the late 1930s, in the shadow of the Lindbergh kidnapping, and as war looms in Europe, Marley Patterson shares her life with her husband Malcolm and their little boy Teddy in an elegant brownstone on New York's Upper East Side. I feel like I'm really talking really fast. But their lives are filled with secrets. Haunted by a past she has kept hidden even from her husband, Marielle, that's her name. I don't know what I said before, but her name is Marielle. Marielle secretly lights a candle each year for a child who died in a tragic accident when he was scarcely more than a baby. Consumed with guilt, Marielle is nevertheless a devoted wife and mother. Malcolm, stern and successful, is a man everyone admires. On the eve of little Teddy's disappearance, Marielle runs into her first love, American expatriate Charles Delaney. The ache of memory is instantly revived, their brief moments together bittersweet and explosive. And when Teddy is kidnapped, Charles is first blamed, then arrested. Suspicions and accusations mingle with terror and heartbreak as the Pattersons, the New York police, and the FBI turn the city and even eventually the country upside down looking for Teddy. The inevitable parallels with the Lindberghs are drawn, and the fear that Teddy has been killed can't be ignored. Every threat, every failure, every terror is remembered, examined, explored. Even Marielle is scrutinized by the FBI and Special Agent John Taylor. The questions are inevitable. Who kidnapped Teddy Patterson? Did Charles Delaney? Someone else? Did Marielle conspire with him? Is the child dead or alive? Does Malcolm, the boy's father, have secrets of his own? John Taylor becomes obsessed with mother and child and finding the elusive answers. A terrifying court drama seeks to put Charles Delaney behind bars as a series of revelations begins to unravel the... A terrifying court drama seeks to put Charles Delaney behind bars as a series of revelations begins to unravel the truth about Marielle, Charles, and Malcolm. Piece by piece, the uncovering of their past creates a complex mosaic of the motives and passions controlling their lives. The next one is Danielle Steele, The Hope on House Street. Yep, The House on Hope Street. Okay, let's see if this is continued on the back flap. Of course it is. Of course it is. It's a good thing I have a glass of water here. Life was good for Liz and Jack Sutherland. In 18 years of marriage, they had built a family, a successful law practice, and a warm, happy home near San Francisco in a house on Hope Street. Then, in an instant, it all fell apart. Doesn't it always? It began like any other Christmas morning. Oh, Christmas! With joy and children's laughter. But for Jack Sutherland, a 5-minute errand ends in tragedy. And suddenly, Liz is alone. Oh... Facing painful questions in the wake of an unbearable loss. How can she go on without her husband, her partner, her best friend? How can she grieve when she must console five devastated children, including one with special needs of his own? Powered by her children's love, Liz finds the strength to return to work to become both mother and daddy, coaching her youngest son for the Special Olympics. And one by one, the holidays come and go before her eyes. Valentine's Day without flowers and without Jack. Easter, 4th of July. Then, oh no, something else is going to happen. Then, just weeks before Labor Day, a devastating accident sends her oldest son to the hospital and brings a doctor named Bill Webster into her life. Bill becomes a friend to Liz as he slowly heals her shattered son. What happened to him? He's shattered. Oh man. And as the long days of summer blend into fall, a new relationship offers new hope, and Liz reflects on what she has, on what she's lost, on the little blessings that give strength when nothing else is left. Then, with the first anniversary of her husband's death approaching, and with it another Christmas in the house on Hope Street, Liz will face one more crisis before she can look back at a year of mourning and change, and ahead to a beginning of a new life. The House on Hope Street is about learning to live again after you think life is over, about getting up when you have been knocked down again and again. It is about cherishing small miracles and believing in big ones. It is above all about hope. The next one is this one. It's by Jackie Collins, the most glamorous woman I've ever seen. And this is called Vendetta, Lucky's Revenge. And like I had mentioned in my other one, the in-depth bookshelf tour number 5 which part was that? Part 2, maybe part 2. Could still be in part 1. I don't know. I'm gonna link them both, I guess, and you can figure out which one it is. But on that one as well, are 2 other Jackie Collins, and both of those are about Lucky, this person right there. Santagello or something like that is her. Yeah, Santagello is Lucky's last name. And I'm thinking this is somewhere in the line. I think those 2 down there, like I said in that one, I think those 2 are the first and second ones of Lucky's, I don't know what you call her books, just I guess Lucky's group of books. So I'm thinking this is just somewhere else down the line. Continued on the back flap, of course it is. Ugh. Okay, I don't want to read all of this. Non-stop action-packed tale of sex, deceit, drugs, and murder, and this scorching sequel to the wildly popular Lucky series. Oh, it's a sequel to... Oh, okay. That's cool. Jackie Collins plunges her unstoppable heroine into the most dangerous situation of her life when Lucky's precious Panther Studios is taken from her by Donna Landsman, the scheming and unscrupulous widow of Lucky's archenemy, Santino Bonatti. Donna plans to destroy Lucky in every way she can, but Lucky is street smart, powerful, and just as ruthlessly dangerous, and so the battle for control begins. In Vendetta, Lucky's Revenge, readers will meet many familiar faces. No, I won't, because I don't know any of these people. Lenny Golden, Lucky's movie star husband. He's a husband now. Venus Maria, America's most sensual and outrageous superstar. Bridget Stanislopoulos, a rich teenage heiress who lives life on the wild side. Johnny Romano, a Latin movie star with hot eyes and deadly charm. Morton Sharkey, a middle-aged business advisor caught in a web of blackmail and intrigue, comprised by Sarah, a 17-year-old wild child with nothing to lose. Charlie Dollar, the likable movie star of Stoned America, and you will also meet a cast of new characters. Let's learn about the new ones. Alex Woods, the Hollywood player with the lethal smile and powerful sex appeal. Santino Bonatti Jr., a 16-year-old with the heart and soul of a killer. Michael Guy, the unscrupulous sexual deviant head of one of the biggest modeling agencies in New York. Dominique, the mother from hell. Aw. Lucky's Revenge will hold you a willing captive from start to finish as you find for yourself loving characters you should hate, relishing crimes that should shock, and fall in love all over again with Lucky Santagello, a woman who dares to take chances and win. The next one is this one. How to Do Everything by Red Green. I love this book. I haven't read this book yet, but I love him. But I love Red Green. So basically it's just a book on how to do everything, because he's a man. From the man who should know. Get everything right the first time with North America's most trusted handyman. It actually says rusted. Let me show you this. It actually says rusted, but I don't know if it'll focus. I don't know if it's focusing. But he drew a T, so it becomes trusted. Red Green has established himself in 15 seasons of his enormously popular TV show as one of North America's, if not the world's, handiest men. In How to Do Everything, he shows that there are no limits to his lack of specialized knowledge. In an age of so-called experts, he is an inspirational throwback to the days when every man had a toolbox and was prepared to tackle any challenge that life threw at him, whether it be fixing a leaky roof, reducing a carbon footprint, or coming to terms with the fact that marriage does not seem to go on for a very, very, very long time. Does seem to go on. So if your home and or your life is falling apart, or you are wondering how to take revenge on your lawnmower, or you would like to establish once and for all whether you're boring, this is the book for you. Want to repurpose your fitness equipment, or have a UFO sighting? Cook with, acetylene? I'm gonna butcher that name, that's cool. Or measure your hat size with a 2x4? How to Do Everything has all the answers. Quite honestly, this book is so good that Red Green deserves to be winner of the Nobel Prize for Physics and Literature, and it actually did get him shortlisted for the Stephen Leacock Medal for Humor. He's just a hilarious man. Okay, sorry, I just looked at part of the book. Red Green is the host of The Red Green Show, which debuted in 1991 and has refused to go away ever since. He is the leader of Possum Lodge Chapter 11, whose motto is Quando Omni Fluncus Moritati. When all else fails, play dead. He has the down-home wisdom of Will Rogers, the rural charm of Garrison Keillor, and more handyman inventiveness than the entire cast of Desperate Housewives. He uses duct tape to buy time, because to Red, time is more important than purpose. And what I was laughing about before is down here it says inexpensively illustrated by the author, but he's crossed that out and instead wrote extensively. I don't know if it's going to focus on this. Focus. I don't know if it's focusing. But yeah, there. I don't know if you can read that, but here you go. The next book is this one. I love Betty White so much. It's Betty and Friends, My Life at the Zoo by Betty White. And it's just pretty much, that's what it says. Betty and Friends is the passion project Betty White has been working on for more than a decade. A love letter to zoos and to the animals in them. Betty takes us on a private tour of her favorite animals and her friendships with them. From Gita, G-I-T-A, I don't know. I'm going to call her Gita, just because I can. From Gita the elephant, whom Betty used to take for walks before the zoo opened, to Kelly, the massive silverback gorilla, whom Betty has known since his birth in 1987. From giraffes to lizards to koalas, readers witness the majestic variety of animals through Betty's eyes and in her own words, accompanied by breathtaking color photos. Let's see if I can show you a couple of these. Okay, I'm going to show you a baby crested capuchin. Look at that! Oh, isn't he cute? Oh man. Ooh, let's show you this one. There's this one too. And if you can't tell, I don't know if you can tell, but it's a couple wild dogs. African wild dogs. And then this one. This is all, I'm just going to show you these ones. But there's that one, that's a tiger hiding in the grass. I am really excited to read that one. I love Betty White and I love animals, and putting the two together is just... Okay, that's it for this shelf on my in-depth bookshelf tour. Like I said, it didn't take very long because there weren't very many on this shelf. So I hope you enjoyed it. I hope you keep enjoying it. I'm really enjoying this. It's taking forever and it's giving me something to do. So I'll see you guys later. Bye!